Everybody loves to talk about the success, the corner office, that nice car, the freedom. But let me ask you this. How many people actually tell the truth about the very first risk it took to get them there? That moment when you had nothing but still decided to gamble on yourself. Today, I want to break down that moment for me. That moment where broke wasn't just about money, it was about having options. And the only way out, it was through the risk. Chapter 1. When safe feels like a trap. Here's the thing about being broke. It tricks you. It makes you believe that playing it safe is the smartest move. But the truth, safe keeps you stuck. I remember sitting in my apartment, bills they were stacking on the counter, and I had two choices. Keep working jobs that barely covered the minimums or take a chance on something bigger. Let me give you the real example. Back then, I had just enough to keep the lights on. I could have easily stayed in that space, telling myself, at least I'm surviving. But survival is not the same thing as living. And I realized that if I keep choosing safety, I'll never even get a shot at the life that I truly wanted. That realization, it scared me more than being broke. Chapter 2. Defining the first risk. Now, risk doesn't always mean throwing everything away. Sometimes risk means stepping into a space that you're not fully ready for. For me, the first real risk, it wasn't about money, it was about identity. It was saying yes to opportunities that I didn't feel qualified for. It was about walking into rooms where I didn't look the part. I'll never forget this. Someone asked me to sit on a strategy meeting at a healthcare company. I was not the most senior person in the room. I didn't have the fancy title, but you know what I did? I prepared like my future depended on it. And when they started throwing out questions around, I spoke up. That was risky because if I sounded stupid, that door was closed forever. But if I showed up strong, that door could lead to more doors. That day taught me this. Risk is really about betting on your preparation when no one else sees your potential yet. Chapter 3. What risk teaches you about fear. Here's the real. Fear doesn't disappear once you take the leap. You don't suddenly become fearless. You just learn to act with fear sitting in the passenger seat. When I put myself out there, I was terrified of being exposed, of people whispering, "He doesn't belong here." But here's what I learned. People are usually too worried about themselves to be focused on you. And even if they are, their doubt, it doesn't pay your bills. Taking that first risk, it showed me something powerful. Fear loses its grip when you give it no vote in your decisions. I was scared, but I didn't let scared make the choice for me. Chapter 4. The ripple effect of one risk. Now here's the part people don't talk about. One risk creates momentum. After that meeting, I got invited to another, and then another. Each risk gave me more confidence, more opportunities, more proof that I could hang in those spaces. Think about it like this. Success is not one giant leap. It's a series of calculated risks stacked on top of each other that eventually build into something big. Let me be clear. It wasn't perfect. Some risks, they didn't pay off. I made mistakes. I embarrassed myself. I failed publicly. But even those failures taught me more than staying safe ever could. Here's my closing message. So if you're watching this right now, stuck in survival mode, I want to challenge you. What's your first big risk? It doesn't have to be quitting your job tomorrow. It might be raising your hand in a meeting. It might be pitching your side hustle to someone who could change your trajectory. It might be investing in yourself with money that you normally spend playing it safe. Because here's the message. Staying safe might keep you broke, but taking the right risk just might move you towards your own boardroom. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for permission. Your first risk is your first step to freedom. If this episode hit home for you, hit that like button, share it with somebody who needs to hear it, and subscribe to this channel. Because in this series, I'm not just talking about theory, I'm giving you the real story on how to move from broke to boardroom. Until the next time.